Hey Amy, this is my entry into your contest. Nothing like squeaking in right at the last minute before the deadline's almost here. But I wanted to enter because I thought these were really good questions that you were asking. I know I've enjoyed watching everybody's responses so far. So here goes. Would you have weight loss surgery again? Why or why not? Yes, 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 and yes. I would have this surgery again in a heartbeat. And I mean, for me, I was very, very fortunate. Right out of the gate, right after surgery, I had a really easy time with it. I want to say probably about weeks, maybe 4 to 6 were rough. It was where I started having a drop in energy and was just tired all the time, and nothing tasted right. My taste buds were all out of whack. It was probably the worst. I mean, if that's the worst I had to go through, that wasn't bad at all. And those are like distant memories to me now. So, yeah, I would have it again. It has changed my life tremendously, and I feel so much better. And I just couldn't imagine not having it at this point. What did you hate that people would say to you at your heaviest weight? I, like a lot of people, always got the, oh, you have such a pretty face. You know, it's like they could find nothing else nice to say about me, so they have to say I have a pretty face. You know, I would almost rather than say, oh, you have such a great personality, than to say, oh, you have such a pretty face. You know, to me, I mean, a face is just that, and like Janie, I think, said in hers, I'm a lot more than a face. So that always bothered me. I don't know. Like I said, I think that's a pretty common one. Is there something that people say now that bugs you? I can't think of anything. Nothing really bugs me that people say to me now. I know some people get bothered by when they see people out and about and they ask, oh, how much weight have you lost, or how you're doing. Me personally, that doesn't bother me at all. I have been very open with anybody and everybody about my surgery. I'm doing a video, honey. Just a minute. That's Chase. You know, from the jump, I've always been open and outgoing to everyone about the fact that I was going to have surgery, and I'll talk to anybody about it. I don't care. So I told so many people, and you know, and even people I didn't specifically tell myself. I know I live in a small town, so I know even if I told somebody. Hold on just a second. I'm trying to enter a contest here. I'm trying to do an entry, so I'd prefer it if you guys would just go in the other room for a moment. Thank you.
Can I get one of the Hershey's?
No. So, anyway, Chase, stop it, please. You're distracting me. So, anyway, you know, people that I've told have told other people, and it's like I can tell now when I go out and about, like even to my local little grocery store. Stop, Chase. Even to my local little grocery store and, you know, the local Walmart, Kmart, or whatever, and I'll run into people, and I see them kind of give me the head to toe, up and down, you know, it's kind of checking me out, and it's okay. And some of them will just come straight out and ask, wow, I heard you had surgery, how are you doing? You look good, and I'm happy to tell them, you know, how much weight I've lost. So, I don't know, it doesn't really bother me. Nothing much bothers me. Has your weight loss surgery journey been what you expected it to be? Yes and no. You know, I thought I was all super prepared, but, you know, some things have come along that I was not prepared for, the emotional aspect of it. Definitely the emotional aspect of it, the change in your hormones, and I guess just the unloading of all that stuff you stuff down, and then you start losing the weight and it comes out. I wasn't prepared for that, and I'm not losing weight like I thought I would. You know, I mean, I'm losing weight, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with it, but it definitely is not just falling off like I had thought it would. How has weight loss surgery affected your family life? It has affected my family life tremendously, both positive and negative, but for the most part, I'm just going to touch on the positive. On the positive side of it, I'm able to do so much more with my kids now. Oh no, Chase. we get to do things together now, like the corn maze that I talked about last week, and going to festivals and just doing tons of things that I would have never been able to do with him before. Excuse him too. So it has really affected them in a positive way. The other thing too, like when I go to my daughter's soccer practice, I don't sit there and watch her practice anymore and be bored out of my mind because I'm really not a soccer fan. I'll walk laps around the parking lot and just, I would have never done that before. I'd have pulled up my big old chair and plopped my butt down and just sat there like a lump on a log. And now I'm, working, getting in some exercise too. What is your biggest regret that you've done or eaten since surgery? Biggest regret that I've done. The biggest regret I have is allowing chips back into my life. I wish I would have never tried that first chip. And it's not even a specific kind of chip. I like all kinds of chips. So that's my biggest regret. They didn't make me sick, and I regret that too. I almost wish they would have. So I have to be really careful with that, because I do have, I do end up having chips around, and I really shouldn't. And I try to make myself feel better about it, saying, I can't stop the kids from eating chips because I can't. But really, I should be stopping the kids from eating chips. None of us need it. And if I have it in the house, I find that I do snack on them. So that's my biggest regret, is allowing chips back into my life. What has been your biggest wow moment since surgery? No doubt the first day I did the 2 miles on the treadmill. That was a huge wow moment for me. Going from somebody who I used to have to use a cane. Physically, I had to use a cane to get out of bed every morning. From that person to here I am 4.5 months later, able to do 2 miles, and I'm doing it probably every other day now. 2 miles on a treadmill and have no back pain. Huge wow moment for me. Favorite snack? My favorite unhealthy snack is chips. My favorite weight loss surgery friendly snack is probably cheese cubes. I love those Monterey Jack cheese cubes. Is there a food that you had to have before surgery and now you cannot stomach? No. I haven't had any issues with any food. I got sick one time from a taco, but I've eaten tacos since then and they've not made me sick. So really anything. I'm pretty good about not having any food intolerances, so that's a good thing, I guess. I guess I would say sugary stuff, because I am scared to death to eat anything with sugar in it. So, and I loved donuts and cakes and cookies and ice cream and all that stuff before surgery, and I can't even fathom the thought of having it now. So I guess sugary sweet stuff could fall in that category. Do you plan on having plastic surgery? I know I'm going to need it on my stomach. My son, my oldest son, has almost made me promise him that I'll get it on my arms. He hates my arms. But to be honest with you, my insurance didn't cover the weight loss surgery. No way is my insurance going to cover plastic surgery. And seeing how I spent most of what I had put away to pay for the actual surgery, and now I have a son in college, it's very unlikely that I'll have plastic surgery. Unless, some miracle happens, or, I hit the lottery or something. And also, to me, it's hard for me to even think about having plastic surgery, because unlike Amelia, here she is less than a year out and already had her plastic surgery, which is amazing. It's awesome for her. But for me, I just feel like I'm so far away from even being at a weight anywhere near where I would be ready to have plastic surgery that it's just not even something that I think about. But I don't know what's happening. Sorry about that. Brotherly, sisterly love. Anyway, that's the entry into my, the entry into your contest. I probably should have just not even done this, because this has been a train wreck. Anyway, there you have it. Those are my answers. Good luck to me. Bye.